Congratulations, Raymond. Do you feel the crowd in Frome a couple of weeks ago was good preparation for what went on out there?
The crowd today was fantastic. It wasn't an easy game for me to play a fellow countryman, like I explained to the Dutch newspapers. I know Dirk for quite a long time, 3-4 years now. We practiced together, we were playing Super League together in the same team for our local team. I brought him to Unicorn, as a sponsorship. So it wasn't easy when that draw came out, me playing Dirk. Oh no, you like to play someone else. It's always hard if Holland is divided, they have to take one side, or Dirk or Raymond van Barneveld. You want that the whole country is behind you. So at the end, you had to stay professional, but it wasn't easy for me. My head was not here, not at the darts, but most of the time with my youngest daughter. I explained a couple of times earlier, she's giving birth in 1, 3, 4, 5 days to my first grandson. So you're texting the whole day, you're calling, how is it, I was with the youngest daughter, so you're not here. So the 27th when I play Stephen Bunting, I'll be back on stage with it as a grandfather.
Right, so that's something to think. So big smile on your face that day.
Yeah, of course. It's the first. I know it's going to be a grandson. I didn't want to know the name because it has to be a surprise, In my ears, you did not even say it's going to be a girl or a boy, but nowadays they're going to say it's a boy or girl. But I didn't want to know the name. She was expecting last Wednesday already, so but it's still not there. She said, I spoke to her today. She said, "Daddy, I'm gonna wait when you come back."
So just as well, the match didn't go to 2 sets or to a tiebreaker, because that could have moved things on a bit.
Yeah, of course. There were a lot of shocks last couple of days. Ian White went out, Kim Hybris went out, Justin Pipe went out. Couple of more, we top 32 seeded players. And I'm thinking it can happen to me as well. Why not? So you have to stay focused. I came here on last Friday, so I got 1 day in between. We went shopping yesterday, a nice relaxing day. But you try, and as soon as you come off stage, the venue is a bit different. The stage is different. They changed it. So you have to adjust, you have to think about, normally you played here, now you play here, so different. For the last 8-9 years you play on a different stage. At the end, it was so strange when Dirk busted that 180 score, and I thought he hit a 135. I thought the first one went in the 555, but at the end he busted that score, so he let me in that second set, which was really a good moment for me to come 2-0 up, and then I had to throw in the last set, and you could see that Dirk was completely gone. I still think he played a good game, but that moment in the game turned it, and at the end the 3-0 result. Maybe he deserved the set, but at the end I'm happy with the win, of course.
Yeah, so when he burst that, it stood behind you thinking, hey, this is my time to... But he's a friend, isn't he? Yeah.
It's every player's nightmare, and as a player, I must admit, I was thinking, oh, this is fantastic. But as a friend, I'm thinking, wow, you didn't deserve this.
No. Because he said he played great. He's got a great future there in the game. And saying if you're part of that, watching that development. On to say Stephen Bunting. I mean, the draw, say first round and now second round, it could have been kinder to you. And maybe even the third round against another Dutchman. But that's the joys of being around where you are in the world. So hopefully a nice run, it push you up. Things should get easier the higher the ranking, but not always the case.
A couple of years ago, probably if you win the first 2-3 rounds, then in round 3 or round 4 you have to play a A game, but now you have to play a A game in the first round. Dirk or Stephen Bunting. I played Stephen in the quarterfinals last year, but now it's like a second round. But at the end, I don't want to sound arrogant, but it doesn't matter to me because I played Jamie Caven for the last 2 years in the last 32. Those games were fantastic.
Yeah.
Jamie played well, and I beat him 2 times, 4-3. So I spoke to Jamie today, and he said, "I'm not in your draw.
He's
happy." And so Jamie is a fantastic player. So is Stephen Bunting, and I can name 20, 30, 40 players more. You know, they're all fantastic, but at the end, you have to think about yourself and know what you can do, and at the end you just want to play your good game and winning, and hopefully you go to the top 16.
Yeah, and of course that's what you've done. Yeah, and you know what to do on these events because you've won it before. Do you have another World Championship in you, Raymond?
Yeah, I know I can. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but in the next 3 to 5 years, I know I can do it.
Yeah.
But everything has to be well. You know, everything has to fit, and your head has to be right, and you cannot think about anything else. Sometimes I'm a bit in a positive way. I'm jealous like players like Michael van Gerwen, Gary Anderson, Phil Taylor. Sometimes it looks so easy. Sometimes I'm struggling. Everyone knows I can do it. Dave knows it. You know, every time I won the Premier League 2 years ago, but I want to achieve more. I want to win. You know, that's what I'm good at, and hopefully it's still there, waiting for me in the next 3 years.
Yeah, and maybe the most wonderful week or so ahead of you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, being a granddad, you know, that's going to help you every single day.
Congratulations, Raymond. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.